Good day, everyone. Welcome to Trinity Music Academy and Elite Services Limited. This particular keyboard was brought to us for the care by one of our customers that resides along Adigbe here in Lagos. The model of the keyboard is Yamaha MOTIF XF8. So that's the model of the keyboard. The fault with the keyboard was that it's malfunctioning. So they couldn't use it in church yesterday and they have to bring it for repair. Now we have connected it to the AC source and we have connected it to a combo so that we can test and confirm the fault with the keyboard. So as you can see, it comes up and it has started booting. So another fault it has is this particular key. We are told that this particular key has broken, and we can see that it is higher than the level of other keys. So we don't repair key, or you cannot repair key. What you need to do is to replace the key. So we'll be replacing this particular key and work on the keyboard so that the keyboard will be able to function normal. So the keyboard is still booting. So now it has completed booting. So as we are pressing this particular key now, the keyboard is supposed to be functional, but it's not functioning. But when you look here, you can see that a lot of functioning is going on without pressing anything. The keyboard is changing functioning, you can see. And if you can see the buttons here too, you can see without pressing anything. So the button is also going from reverb to chorus to pan without even pressing anything on the keyboard. That is part of what we mean by the malfunctioning of the keyboard. So everything is just going upside down even without pressing anything. And as I'm pressing this particular key now, the keyboard is supposed to be sounding, supposed to be producing sound. So sometimes the sound can cease and sometimes the volume also can have issue. So let's try to change it. So the keyboard is producing sound now. So we're told that all the keys were working, but the keyboard will just start to malfunction. It can just bring up any kind of display on the screen, and it can just begin to work and function anyhow. So for example, now if you want to select some voices, some of them may not even come up at all. And that is the issue with the keyboard. You can see I'm trying to exit, but the keyboard is not exiting. So this particular button has issue, or maybe the internal part. So what we need to do now is to lose the keyboard, then be able to diagnose to know what are the issue with it. Is it the buttons that have issue? Is it the PNL that has issue? Is it the PNC or the PNR that has issue on the keyboard? Because this thing has three panels, three control panels. One of them is this part, the other part is this, and the third one is this particular one. So we are going to check if the issue is from there, or maybe the issue is from the main board, and that's what we talk about e-bus, or we talk about trans receiver on the digital motherboard. So the diagnosis can take us a while, it can even take us some days for us to be able to detect what actually is the fault with the keyboard, and after we discover that one, we'll be able to get the keyboard fixed. So we have been able to diagnose the keyboard, we have detected the faulty component, and we have repaired it. So but for now, we just want to give you an hint if you're a technician. So some of the buttons that are here were bad, and this is how to test them. If you want to test all these buttons, you let your multimeter to be on bus, and whenever the left and the right one are here and you press the button, there will be a bus here. If there is bus, that's so. If there is bus sound, if there is sound here, that shows that the button is okay. But if there's no sound, that's so that the button is bad. But sometimes the button will be partially bad and there will bus here. The resistance you are checking here, or the bus you are checking here, the continuity you are checking the resistance, and there will be bus from ohm. If the resistance is from 50 ohms downward, there will always be bus. But the normal one is supposed to be between 0 and 10. That is like the resistance should be, the resistance of this thing when it's busting should be between 0 and 10 ohm. But anything above that, that shows that the button is partially bad. Even though there is bus, even though there is sound in it, but it is partially bad and can be causing issue into the keyboard. So every buttons that we tested, and we discovered that their ohm is less than 10, is more than 10 ohms when they want to bust. So we remove them and we replaced them with brand new ones. So some of the microcontrollers too, they were bad. We fixed them. We worked so many things on the board too, and the keyboard is working perfectly now. So we just want to switch it on. So the keyboard is still booting. So it takes a while for it to complete booting. So almost done. So it has completed booting. So unlike before, so this light will be going up and down. It will be going from tone 1, tone 2, tone 3, and will be moving here too. There's nothing like that. And when you check the volume too, if it were before, it will just be going up and down even without adjusting the volume control. It will just be going. And there are some buttons here, when you press them, another one will come up. When you press them, some of them will not respond. But as at now, once you press them, it begins to respond. And you can see there's no movement from any volume, and everything is working perfectly now. The keys that has issue, we have actually removed it and we have replaced it with another one. So everything on the keyboard is working perfectly now. So if you have this kind of fault, those are the areas that the issue can be coming from. So if the volume is going up and down, so it's most likely to be the potentiometer. All this volume, we call them potentiometer. They are variable resistors. So if they have issue, then the volume will be malfunctioning. If you take it to 50, it's going to be going to 120 and it'll be going upside down. The same thing with all these knobs too. And all these ones, the issue can be button or the microcontroller on that particular panel. And the last one, which is the most complex one, is on the digital motherboard. So if the bus driver has issue, then they will be malfunctioning right there from the board. Even though you buy a brand new ones for all these panels, it will still be malfunctioning because the driver from the digital motherboard has issue. So if you have this kind of fault, all you need to do is just to contact us. So you can call us on 070-344-81622 or 081-3402-5174. Thanks for watching.